Good Monday morning to you. It's going to be the nicest day of the week. It started off cooler this morning. Highs in the upper 50s, lower 60s overnight. That was not bad at all. There was a little bit of fog around due to the moisture in the air, but today's going to be the winner of the week with highs around 85 or so. Humidity, not too bad. I mean, it's not going to, I'm saying it's not humid free, but the humidity is not too bad. Heat will start to build tomorrow as the heat dome kind of elongates and stretches into our area. As the highs kind of link up here in the east. So heat starts tomorrow, highs low 90s. Then we get into the upper 90s on Wednesday. The peak of the heat wave, honestly. Then we'll go into ever so slightly cool, maybe still mid 90s by Thursday. Low 90s through the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we do have an increased chance of some showers and storms as we go into the weekend. Maybe that pushes our temperatures back towards the near normal next week. And then we'll look for the really long range to see if there's something of a cool down coming. We also have to watch this weekend for potential severe, although the Storm Prediction Center is not confident exactly where things are, which they removed. They did have a little bit of a chance of some severe this weekend that may reappear. So we'll just have to wait till we get closer. All right, so right here we start. Like I said, pretty clear this morning, pretty nice. Nothing too dramatic through the day. Going to be dry. Actually, it's a dry week, too, in general. It hasn't been this dry for a bit. Now, as we get into the weekend, as I mentioned, maybe there are going to be some storms. But here we are on Tuesday. Warm air is over the area. There is moisture to our south, so maybe this is going to pump up our humidity quite a bit. Although westerly winds is why I'm saying maybe not as humid as last time. Westerly winds means we get downsloping off the mountains. And that warms and compresses the air. Unfortunately, makes it hotter, but it makes it a little less humid. And that has to do with where the high is located. Later in the week, the high kind of shifts a little bit. It also becomes a dirty high, meaning that it's not quite as stacked up in the upper atmosphere as it had been. It's kind of weakening some. Therefore, you're seeing all the convection here in the south and moisture going into the south. So the highs and a little bit of a flow is like this. Then we have another high kind of dropping out of the north here. And then somewhere in this time period, as we get in, now we're in Thursday and Friday, we're still staying pretty hot, highs again. I mean, this 576 line is way up here. That's all heat and humidity down here. And there's still this heat dome, although, like I said, it's more of a dirty heat dome. And we're getting into more of a northwesterly flow, but it is not as prolific not prolific is not the word, but more pronounced as it was before. But here we go. And this is where we start to see things interesting because it's this low along this boundary that is kind of here around the high. So you kind of get this high here. There's a little bit of weakness between the two high pressures, and this is where this is a little low, where this formation is going to go. And I think predicting exactly where that's going to be is kind of hard. So now it looks like maybe it's going to go a little bit to the north, but that is still pretty strong, and that does, at least to me, look like maybe some severe weather could come in this weekend. We'll have to see. And it also exists into Sunday as another push. And this may make our temperatures become a little more reasonable as we head into next week. Reasonable now, mid and upper 80s is the normal high. So that's the deal. This isn't really cool weather, but it's not really, really hot weather either. So temperatures look pretty normal here in the long range. And I would just say, this is with some easterly flow. That's why we're seeing the moisture here. I don't see anything super organized for showers and thunderstorms, but this doesn't look like all clean riding. It does look like there could be some storms, showers and storms in here. Now, this is the way far off. This is what I meant about the way in the future. This strong low pressure system up into Canada is going to tap into cooler air on northerly and northwesterly flow here. Hopefully, so this is still pretty warm. That's really warm for us. But the question is whether or not that cooler air can push into that heat and really suppress it. We'll have to see. Maybe it will bring some showers and storms for us. Doesn't look like it stays cool, by the way, very long. Just to be a quick cooling there for a bit. Just to show you, I mean, it's always good to look at the temperature anomalies to see how close to normal things are over the next, period of time. Today we did start off below normal, but we'll see as we go through today and tomorrow. Finally, the temperature's going to get warmer than normal tomorrow afternoon. Remember, 37 degrees, that's hot. Because we're in the mid-upper 80s now, so this means 90s. Then we get into Wednesday, so Wednesday night's cool, but look at that, 10, 14 degrees. That's ugly. I don't know, if we get this warm, we're going to get up into the hundreds, so we'll see if that comes true. And then, still really hot as we head into the Thursday and then into Friday and Saturday. We're still staying pretty warm. I mean, that's really hot, right? And then maybe on Sunday, here comes that front. And then, like I said, we could knock our temperatures down some early next week. Back to a little more reasonable and more, bearable temperatures. Yeah, it's a pretty cold shot there, according to the GFS next week. We'll have to see if that comes true. If it does, it has to do with rain, overspreading the area. So we'll see if that comes true. Then as we have this is where that cool shot comes out of Canada, and the whole area kind of gets a little cooler. That does seem like a trend towards more normal to below normal temperatures as you get into very long range. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, the forecast for precipitation is not looking super great. We'll go through 168 hours. We'll get local here, and we'll get up close and personal here on the forecast. And the 7-day Weather Prediction Center forecast does not show much rain at all for us. Really do need it. We continue to be in a severe or moderate drought in the region. This is not going to help us much. Now, we did get touchy rain here and there over the last week, so that's going to help us a little bit, but we'll see how things go. I mean, honestly, in the last week and a half, we've had, in my backyard, about 3 inches of rain, so that definitely helped put a dent on some of this. And if we go further out and look at the long-range outlook for the temperatures, as I mentioned, maybe we're getting closer to normal or slightly above normal, and even the 8 to 14, normal to above normal. So that's what that model was showing. So we'll see if this comes true. All right, this has been a long outlook. I hope you have an awesome Monday, an awesome week. This is your Loudoun County model weather outlook for the long range. Have a good one.